Today on All Things 80s, a sneak peek at Wave 2 of the Star Wars Retro Collection. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now today we got a sneak peek at Wave 2 of Hasbro's Star Wars Retro Collection figures. Now very much like the first wave, we're getting one special figure that was never released by Kenner back in the 80s as part of a board game, and 6 additional figures. Now the main news is the fact that the special figure is Luke Skywalker as a snowspeeder pilot. And at first glance it's pretty similar to the X-Wing pilot, but then when you look a bit closer you can see some pretty significant differences, one of which being the fact that the visor is in place, which I think looks a bit stupid. What I do like is that this figure actually does come with a lightsaber. And the other accessory looks to be like a harpoon gun. Overall, I'm not that impressed by the figure, but I guess we'll see when it comes out in person. As for the game, which was the Hoth Ice Planet adventure game, that's a game I've never seen in person, so that might be interesting. I had no interest in the previous wave with the Escape from Death Star game because I did have the original as a child, and even then it was boring, so I can only imagine nowadays kids would not want to play with that. Now the 6 additional figures, it's quite an interesting selection. So first up we have Lando Calrissian, pretty good choice. Luke Skywalker in his Bespin fatigues. Now this was always one of the best figures in the entire Kenner line, so that's a good one. Boba Fett, obviously. Yoda, obviously. Han Solo in his Hoth gear, and Princess Leia in her Hoth gear. Now obviously this is all tying in with the 40th anniversary of the movie Empire Strikes Back. So rather than give us Wave 2 of this retro collection being more Star Wars figures, they are focusing on the Empire Strikes Back, and to be honest, it's an okay selection. There are many others I would have picked. I mean, one prime figure would be the Imperial Stormtrooper in the Hoth gear, because that's another of these figures that from the original batch in the 80s, they've not aged at all well. They're, for the most part, you find them on eBay, they're all yellow, they're missing the skirt. Would have been nice to have a fresh one of those. Actually, there's no Imperial figures in this wave, which is interesting. And what's really troubling me is that over the 2 waves, they've completely ignored all droids. Given that this is the Empire line, it would have been a prime opportunity to have given us the removable limbed C-3PO and the sensor scope R2-D2. But alas, they've chosen not to, and they've given us Princess Leia in Hoth battle gear. So anyway, that was a sneak peek, and I'm assuming if things go to plan as they did last year, expect to see these in stores mid-May. And I'd also hope they're not doing this exclusive thing they did last time where only Target got the figures initially, and from what I understand, each Target only got a case of, or one case containing one of each figure, so that, you know, they sold out immediately, and then of course appeared on eBay for like 3 or 4 times the asking price. So anyway, keep an eye out for those, and please like this, please subscribe to the channel. See you next time discussing all things 80s.